Now we have to see the provincial and local administration of the Guptas. Gupta rulers evolved the first systematic. Now what we are going to see, provincial administration. Okay. The Gupta rulers evolved the first systematic provincial, that was the Gupta rulers, those who started the systematic way of provincial and local administration. They divided in a specific way which was primarily concerned with the collection of revenues and maintenance of law and order. That was divided in different section or departments, that was handled very efficiently by the Gupta rulers. At first we will see the provincial administration. Students, we have studied about provincial administration in Mauryan Empire also. Now that is our technique to remember the provincial administration. At first we can just consider the difference between both of the administrative system. Okay, what was the difference between Mauryas and what was the difference between Guptas? Afterwards we will see about the Cholas also. The core of the empire directly controlled by the Guptas was divided into bhuktis, each of which was placed under the charge of Uparika. The Uparika was a governor appointed by the king. Core means the central base of provincial department or administration was handled by whom? Bhuktis. That controller was divided into separate ministers. They were called as bhuktis. Okay, and they were under the charge of whom? Uparika. And Uparika is name given to the governor which was appointed by the king, Gupta king. The bhuktis were divided into Vishyas placed under the charge of Vishyapati. Vishya was divided into smaller units. The pattern, however, was present mainly in the territories directly governed by the Gupta kings. Means in short, we can just say that Vishyas, Bhuktis means the states or the provinces, and Vishyas means the districts. Districts were divided into smaller units. Okay. And that territory is directly governed by the Gupta kings. Means nowadays we can see that union territories are directly connected to the central government. Elsewhere there existed different fiscal and administrative units such as Desa, Des, Mandala, Bhog, etc. Means that administrative units were also divided. They were like that. Especially in central and western India, that type of units were divided. Now we have to see village administration. That village administration was managed by the village headman. Nowadays we can call that village headman as per the what? Sarpanch. The Gupta inscriptions refer to the participation of leading local elements in the administration of the village and small towns called Vithis. Means what? Village administration is looked by the village headman, that is called as nowadays as per the Sarpanch, and small towns were called as per the Vithis. No land transaction could be effected without the consent. Means every time whenever transactions are happen, that are informed or that should be informed to whom? The village headman. While villages in Mauryan times were managed from above, those in the Gupta times seem to have been managed from grassroots level. Means that all the things were just observed by the king, but he appointed various officers on the various departments for the Vithis also, for villages also, for Bhuktis and for Vishyas. Now we have to see the town administration. There were various towns. Towns were called as Janapads, that were which issued their seals and coins. They were administered by the committee of five members. Committee was settled there or just appointed them. Some towns were being administered by some kind of parishad. Some towns had what? Various types of parishads. The towns in the Gupta Empire were usually placed under an officer called Purapal. The leading local men were also associated with the work of administration in towns. Even what they local men were made various types of administration to administer. They just associated together. That people belong to guilds of artisans. Guilds means group of various. For example, goldsmiths group was there. then traders group was there, like that. Traders which flourished during the Gupta age, those who are flourished, they just made their associations. Vaishali in Bihar was an important town where there were separate guilds of artisans that were called as Kulika, and Kulika for artisans, and merchants created Shreshti. Shreshti is proved itself the superior. Now we have to see the political feudal nature that was that had different changes, several changes in under the Guptas. The Mauryan state is credited with comprehensive competence based on centralized control, means all the provinces were controlled by the king himself. He appointed various officers as we have studied, which may have been true of its rule in the core area of the middle Ganga plains. The Gupta period shows the process of the devolution of the state authority. The functions of collection of taxes, regulation of mines, agriculture, etc., that work was just progressed or flourished at the time of Guptas. Together with those of the maintenance of law and order and defense, which were hitherto performed by the state officials, were now step by step abandoned, first to the priestly class and later to the warrior class. Means what? That work was just maintained by at first priestly classes, and afterwards warrior classes just observed that of the maintain law and order and defense.